Hi, guys, and welcome again to another episode of Salty TV. We are in the month of October, and as you know, I'm an advocate for breast cancer. Make sure you go and get screened. We have a lot of education on our page about breast cancer, how it came about, why people who get breast cancer, and everything. Just go on it and support a good cause. Go to the hospital, women get checked. Please, this breast cancer is not just for women, men can also get breast cancer. So go and get checked. And I hope you enjoyed today's session. I have amazing guests here, three amazing guests from Greater Love Youth Church. They are here with me about to talk about positive and negative words and how it has an impact on people in general. Yes, and I hope you share Jesus throughout the week. If you did it, make sure you share Jesus. Thank you and keep watching. As I already introduced this topic, I'm going to go straight to them, but I'll let them introduce themselves. So, from the lady right beside me.
I'm Mamea Kosiagwago or Alamanda.
I'm Sam Tuga.
Yeah, you are.
I'm Miracle. Aka MV Mouthful.
Okay, so I'll say Alamanda, Samtuga, and MV. So we are going straight into it. So you are there sometimes and people will just meet you and be like, say negative words to you or say something to you that can pain you seriously. So how do you deal with this? When somebody say something negative to you, anybody can go. Who wants to go there?
Personally, I feel like sometimes we don't need to pay too much attention to what people say. Like, if, especially people who barely know you. Because I realize that mostly the people don't know you, that haven't come across you, that haven't had any encounter with you, they have the most to say in life. They always know what is right for you without knowing who you are as a person. So I feel like we shouldn't let people, like, we shouldn't give people the chance to get to us with their words. People who barely know us.
That's true. Anybody wants to take
Well, with me, it depends on the person, right? So the person saying that to me. So if it's coming from someone who knows me, or I claim the person knows me that much, and the person is to say something I don't expect them to say, then it will hurt. It will hurt. But if it's a stranger,
one of those things?
that one I really don't care.
Yeah, I think what the boss said is true because from an outsider's perspective, you don't just look at somebody and just start saying all things about the person because you don't really know the person. But then from someone who knows you, an inside person, actually understands certain things, especially in the words they say, right? When an outsider says something to you, he or she says it from just a distance. But then when we allow that to get to us, it means that we are too weak to the extent that we always let people, just anybody say anything to us, right? Because anybody who just says something to you from an outside, you don't really know the person. The person doesn't really know you, hasn't had a relationship or an encounter with you before. So they saying something bad about you shouldn't affect you. Shouldn't let that get to you because you know yourself, and then you know those who know you. Yeah.
Okay, so I like what you guys are saying, know yourself, because it's true. When people are far from me and they say something, one of those things. But sometimes, for some people, it still hurts. Like, maybe you are working, as long as you are fat, and they say, oh, bolo, bolo.
That has to do with your insecurities.
It can hit you because, like, you know you're bolo. But it's your business to say. So, yeah, but when the person is close to you, some words are more painful because, as you said, the person knows who you are. So maybe the person knows words like Obolo affects you and all that. So how do you deal with negative words? Some people say I look into the mirror and tell myself positive things and all that. What about you? How do you deal with negative words? Because when you go and relax, sometimes the words people say to you can keep replaying in your mind. So how do you deal with negative words?
Just as like we've all said, it depends on who it's coming from. Sometimes to these negative words are actually the hard truth. Sometimes we have friends, we have family members. They're the only ones going to tell us if you are going wayward. Like, if you have a bad attitude, you have a bad character. There are some people who don't know how to accept their wrongs. when they are called out, they feel like, oh, somebody's hating on them, or you're trying to bring them down. People have that kind of mindset. Oh, you're a hater, but mostly it's your sister, it's your brother, it's your friend who's going to tell you when you are going wrong. So sometimes it's the hard truth. So I feel like it depends on who it's coming from. If it's from a close person and you know, okay, this person is good. Deep within you know that this person is a very good person. Reflect on it and also look at what you are doing and how you are acting. It might actually help you.
Yeah. Wow. But who else wants to add to that? Or should we move on?
Well, personally, it's more of okay. Over the years, I've tend to build this shield of no matter what anyone says concerning me,
That's
if
your
I'm
opinion.
like I really don't care.
That's your
But
opinion.
when it gets to me, like when I'm alone and
Mhm.
it gets to me and I'm thinking about it, I make sure I go through the whole emotion alone and think about it, reminisce about it. Try and think for the person. Why did this person do this? Why did the person say that? The tone and everything. Then tell myself that the person is human. I'll forgive the person, forgive myself if I have to. Then move on. But if I also get a chance to confront the person that Charlie, you didn't see it right. It didn't come out right. Because if the person is close to you and is to say something, you know the thing is you're not on the right path, but there's a tone in which you can voice it out. So if you don't voice it out right, then it becomes a problem to you, the person. So yeah.
Yes. I mean, anything to add?
Okay, so I think we all know ourselves. We know ourselves and how we handle certain things, right? So when we are being told negative stuff, when someone says something negative to us, like you said, I don't care. Most people do it a lot. It's called the outside gentility home cry. You'd be all hard person outside, and then when you go into your office, you start thinking about it and you would even cry. And it is good to do that. It is very good. You should at least accept that yes, you are wrong. You should go through it. Exactly. So once you go to it, like you can stand in the mirror and talk to yourself and say, no, I am this, I am bold, I am that. What anybody says does not matter. I think about what is good for me and only me alone and all those kind of stuff. Once you're able to do that, I feel like in a way you are training yourself to handle things, because once you are growing in life, there's a lot of things that will come at you. A lot of things that will be thrown your way, especially if you are doing things that people don't like, but you know it's actually good. Do you have a lot of bad energies coming around you? And once it does that, you have to be strong enough for the outsiders to see that you are strong. But when you go inside them, you cry small. But then you work on it. You work on it and come out strong.
Somebody said something. He said, sometimes when you're doing something and you feel this way, but there's a lot of bad energy. Sometimes we are delusional because yes, honestly, as females, we are delusional. If you are doing something, then like everybody's telling you there's something wrong. Trust me, there's something wrong with it. Nobody really cares. Fine, they are haters, but I think sometimes as humans we are too delusional. We should look at it from the angle. Okay, what will I really get from telling me this thing I'm doing is no good? I has said it. Miracle has said it. Daddy has said it. So what is it that I'm the only person seeing what is right? That means there's something
You should
wrong.
sit back
And also look at what they are saying.
Yeah.
It depends if it's for a good cause, because as you're in the month of October and it's a breast cancer awareness, a lot of people know I like doing awareness for breast cancer. And I once shaved my hair for breast cancer, and I got people telling me, "You do and you get breast cancer." Not surprisingly, and it's a good cause, and somebody to tell you, "Hey, Oprio, why are you doing it? You know somebody close to you who has breast cancer." And then I used to also advocate for sickle cell. People say things, even if when you are doing something good, so sometimes, as Sammy said, if it's for a good cause, I think the thing is, if it's for a good cause, go on. If you know at the end is right. But as Bravo also said, Charlie, some of the things, it's not like it's a good cause, it's your character or something. If a lot of people are saying it,
Check
calm
yourself.
down and
Check yourself.
Yes, she's right. Yeah, sometimes we as human, we think we are perfect. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. You can bring in pride and you're not listening to people. So I want everyone to say something. As I've already said, like something that like about my awareness, it hurts me when I'm doing something good and someone says something wrong. Me praying, is it your business? It's my life, it's my hair, whatever I do with it. So what I think that people have said about you that has paid you, just one random thing that has hurt you, and you feel like people should stop capitalizing on certain things, like maybe somebody says something like, as a lady, you're not supposed to be all around, or sit down. People should stop it. And advice you would give, like, yo, beautiful should allow people to be. So what is one thing you want to say that human beings like saying that you feel is not right and it gets to you sometimes? It might not even get to you, but you know it gets to a lot of people, anything.
I feel like we shouldn't judge people by what we see. Like we should get to know people for who they are. Because sometimes, especially through social media, sometimes people do certain things. For example, me, I use my social media to work. I use it to sell. Before I used to promote businesses and stuff. Not necessarily an influencer, please, I'm not. But I used to help. I used to help with promoting maybe restaurants and those things. And because of that, you see, you go out a lot.
Yeah.
And someone says somebody, hey, I can't want to But you know, when you're doing something like that, you're promoting something like that, you can't stay home, you can't invite somebody out and be home. So I feel like sometimes I'm crying. I'll cry at home that I don't feel like going out. My social batteries are dead, but it's the work. You have to go. Then someone will just say something, hey, you can't sleep in your house or what, you're always outside. So you see, I feel like get to know people and understand why people are doing certain things. And if something is not your business, just shut up. Don't talk about it. Don't talk. Yeah, you don't know how these things, comments get to. Yes, you don't know what I'm getting from what I'm doing. So just, well, if you say it behind my back. I don't know.
Exactly, because there's this principle I always have. I don't. When you're outside, people feel like you are rude, you are too arrogant, you are mean. Exactly. But then when they get closer to you, they'll be like, I thought you were like this too, but you are not like that. So there's this thing that I always have. Anytime I'm out in public, going out to places I'm not really comfortable in, I always have a straight face on. And then I'm trying to find ways and means to get myself comfortable. But then someone from afar will be like, you are rude, you don't smile, and all that. I like it. I think I'm a bad person. That's what I want. I just want that because it means that way I can get to know the kind of people who are actually going to be my life to help me. And then, because when you are too open and too free, people tend to do crazy stuff. Like they do nonsense, right? So when you are that hard on the outside, but then so they try to push to get to know you. And then when they get to know you, they see that their perception was wrong, and then you cry. You're even worse than someone who is even more free.
Yeah.
So if you are someone like that, it lets you understand and lets you know those you can call your friends, those who are actually going to go an extra mile to be with you in times of difficulties and all those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
stop judging people.
Exactly.
What about you? What are things that people do or say that can help you personally or generally that people should stop?
Well, they've said most of it.
Yeah.
They've said most of it. Yeah. I don't really have. I really don't know what to say.
I don't know. Okay. So we will go on and let's go to the positive aspect because it's breast cancer month. That's why I'm talking about negative words. Like when you meet people, you don't know why somebody is bald, you don't know why somebody has reduced the weight, maybe the person is sick, the person is going through something. Just be nice to people and don't say hurtful things. As they said, don't judge if you don't know why. Don't judge. So let's talk about the positive aspects of life. What do you think positive words do, and what has positive words done to you?
Positive words, Charlie. I don't know how. Okay, there's something I've picked up. So if I'm to meet anyone, a guy or a girl, but mostly I have lots of female friends. So mostly I'll be like,
wow. Envy, man.
Cash.
So
Yeah, bad boy.
you have a friend.
You a very bad boy.
So there's something I like doing, and right now it comes out very naturally. I'll tell you that, oh, you are beautiful, you are nice. Oh, this outfit is
It's
nice.
happy.
Compliments. And someone sent me a text one day, was like, Charlie Miracle, thank you so much
Wow.
for you always say this, you always say that. And I was like, oh wow.
Self-confidence.
Exactly, yes,
Self-confidence.
yes. The person was like, she can't stand in the mirror, she can't do this, she can't. It was very bad. Thanked me, and I was very excited. And from that time onwards, I was like, I won't stop. It's something positive words. If I meet you, I'll tell you, oh Charlie, what you're doing is nice. How can I help? Oh, you're beautiful. I like your hair. Sometimes you know that the person doesn't look good that day. Honestly, I'll say it. And I'll tell them that, oh, it's not just looks, personality.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the way you laugh. I like the way you talk. I like the way you pronounce certain words. Makes me laugh. Things like that.
Sure.
So yeah, I think a few positive words go a long way. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Zami?
Okay, so I think positive words like actually matters in our life because anytime we are doing something, you need something to keep you going, right? And something that will keep you going should always be positive, right? So if yeah, as you said, standing in a mirror and then you feel you are not beautiful, you are not handsome, you are not part of this class, you should actually know that sometimes, right, people actually don't care about you. Honestly, some people don't care about it. It's everywhere. You would think that when you are going to a place, everybody's going to look at you because you feel like this, that, but then put it in your mind that sometimes people don't really look at you, they don't care. So you should know, like, you should understand yourself. Yes, there are some days that you feel like today I don't feel like I look nice, I don't feel like I'm this, I'm that. But then you actually have to let yourself know that for in anything that you're going to do, you have to stand positive. Because if you don't tell yourself positive things, no one can tell you anything positive. Because you don't have a belief in yourself, you don't believe in yourself that you can do something. No one can tell you that, oh, you are doing this, you are doing well, keep going, you can do it and all the stuff. It has to come from you first. Sometimes it has to come from some people that will push you to do what you need to do, that will make you feel positive. So I think that's my view.
I think they said a lot. What I'll add on is I feel like in life we should try and stay positive. People should stop talking about people's weight. Anytime like, hey, why I can see you? Hey, what phone? You don't know what people are going through. Like Ghanaians like this. I think people should stop. That's why I'm dealing with a lot. That's why I'm dealing with a lot. Like some people are even taking drugs or medication, which is making them gain weight. And you see they're like, hey, why I can see you? And aside that, I feel like positive words, they go a long way. Personally, for me, I feel like growing up, I've had the most supportive family and friends because my childhood was not easy. Like I used to fall sick a lot. Sometimes I feel like I can't continue with this life thing. But because of sometimes on my sick bed, I'm like, God, please, I'm tired. But because of the words from people, family and friends pushing me to do what I'm doing now, like it's what has given me my confidence currently. So I feel like positive words are very important because you don't know what people are going through, and you might be the person saving somebody's life. So yeah.
Wow, I like what they all said. So I want you guys to say something like anything positive that you feel like people should keep saying to people, to friends, to family, to keep them going, because sometimes you don't know what somebody is going through at a point. But what are some of the words you randomly say to people that you know that Charlie, you know it didn't come from, it came from the Holy Spirit, like keep going, anything.
You can do it.
God is with you. as my uncle said, you can do it. God has a purpose for you. That's why you're alive. So don't give up.
Okay, that's true. In our local pigeon that we all see, try you, they do one, they try you, keep going, you go do one. Like you go make that kind of notion or that kind of statement that most people make. God go do one. Like you can do it. If someone has done it, you can also do same or do better than that. So
Yeah, okay. So any words you guys want to say finally before I bring it to an end? Like I'm not just about positive words or negative words, but in general, anything.
Please stop stigmatizing people with diseases, sickle cell, HIV, breast cancer. Please, you don't know how they came about it. So please be kind to anybody you know suffering from any disease. Thank you.
No, to add to that, let's be supportive.
Yeah.
Let's be supportive. Anyone going through anything, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, let's be there for them. Like if you see this, and if you see someone in need, ask them what's wrong. If not, pray. Pray for them. If they can't say, just pray.
Stay your business and pray.
But be supportive.
yeah, so I feel we shouldn't belittle people. We should always see the good in people, and then we should know that at the long run, something good can come out of anybody. Nobody is useless. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody can do something good. So we shouldn't belittle people and look too down on them like that.
Okay. So yes, as they said, stop belittling, stop judging, be supportive. Support a good cause like breast cancer. This man support a good cause. Just be sweet and be nice to people. You know what people are going through. Don't go out of your way to say negative things. Go out of your way to support people and then to bring light into the life of people, because positive words really help people. Negative words can really crush people. Thank you for watching. Yes, I hope you enjoyed today's session. I told you I have intelligent people from Greater Love Youth Church. Yes, they're here with me and they said a lot of things. I hope you took note of it. Share Jesus and make sure you share Salty TV to people. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And keep staying tuned to Salty TV. Love you and see you again. Bye.